Yo! Welcome to Game Grammar. Today, we're going to compare Super Mario RPG's woolseisms to the original Japanese text. Wait, what's a woolseism? A woolseism is a localization that modifies the original Japanese script in a substantial way to make it more accessible to Western audiences, as done by Squaresoft's Ted Woolsey during his work on Final Fantasy III and, of course, Super Mario RPG. They were usually very good, though you did occasionally get lines like, "You spoony bard." I'm sure you can find tons of examples on TV tropes, if you dare. Let's begin. Toad runs up to Mario and says, now, why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. Or in Japanese, ところで、僕はなんで急いでたんだっけ? ところで is a phrase that means, by the way. Boku is a first-person pronoun, or I, or me, for when the user is male, usually young. Although Hideo Kojima and Shigeru Miyamoto are known to use boku. Hideki Kamiya uses ore, but he once used boku, quote, to sound cute. Nande means why, and isoideta means was hurrying. It comes from isogu, to hurry. When you change isogu to isoideiru, it means is currently hurrying. And then isoideita tells us it was past tense, was hurrying. Finally, ke is a sentence ender. We use it to try to recall something that we've forgotten. He's so flustered he can't remember exactly why he was hurrying back to Mario. ところで、僕はなんで急いでたんだっけ? By the way, why was I in such a hurry again? That is a pretty close line to, now why did I rush back? Though the, I had something to tell you isn't really present in the Japanese script. I suppose you could infer it from the fact that Toad ran back and began to talk to Mario. I remember. I came to warn you that Mushroom Way is swarming with monsters. Did he really need the Goomba to show up to remind him of that? Ah, well. そうだ。キノコ城へ続くマッシュロードはモンスターでいっぱいですよ。そうだ is often translated as that's right. So I remember is a pretty good way to spice it up without really changing the meaning. Kinoko means mushroom and shiro means castle. Though, as part of a name, it's pronounced jo, like Kinoko-jo, Mushroom Castle. Kanji are fun! In other games, we have Hairaru-jo and Akuma-jo. Don't worry, ladies, there's enough jo to go around. The e particle indicates a direction to go to. Suzuku is an intransitive verb that means to be continued. Intransitive means nobody is continuing it, it just continues. Suzuku is modifying Mashurodo, or Mushroom Road, to say the road that goes toward Mushroom Castle. The wa particle indicates the subject of a sentence. In this case, Kinoko-jo e tsuzuku Mashurodo, Mushroom Road, the road that goes towards Mushroom Castle. Monsuta can mean either monster or monsters, because Japanese doesn't usually differentiate between singular and plural. But ippai means full of, so when you put it all together, Mushroom Road is full of monsters, plural is correct. Mushroom Road is full of monster would be strange. Finally, this is our copula, or the verb to be. そうだ。キノコ城へ続くマッシュロードはモンスターでいっぱいですよ。That's right. Mushroom Road that continues to Mushroom Castle is full of monsters. Yet again, we have a slight embellishment with I came to warn you, which isn't explicitly in the Japanese script, but Toad did come to warn Mario and the line flows well in English. As you can see, it's not disregarding the Japanese script or entirely making things up, it's taking the ideas behind the original script and writing a new English script based on them. I just barely made it back here in one piece. Mario, please do something. 追っかけられて逃げてきたんです。Mario-san, やっつけちゃってください. This one's a bit complex, which means we break it into parts. 追っかける means to chase or to run after someone, but here it's in the passive form 追っかけられる. So instead of to chase, we get to be chased. Kinopio wasn't chasing, he was being chased. And finally, it's in the te form. Te form verbs can be used for a bunch of things, but here it's a chain of verbs or a sequence, or as we like to say, adding a verbal comma to a list of verbs. I was chased after, comma, then. Nigeru means to run away or to escape, and right afterwards we have another te. Tekuru is sometimes used for actions that are about to be completed, but when talking about movement, it's just the more literal to come. Nigetekuru, to escape and come here. Of course, 逃げてきた is past tense. Escaped and came here. んです helps explain things. I was chased and then escaped and came here. 追っかけられて逃げてきたんです. Yatsukeru means to beat or to finish off, and the chau is a colloquial version of te shimau, which can mean two things: to do something by accident or to finish completely. In this case, it's to finish completely. You just have to figure it out by context. Finally, te kudasai is the polite imperative, please. So, yatsukette shimatte kudasai would mean please beat them up completely, but it's shortened to yatsukechatte kudasai. Two te forms in one verb. Aren't we lucky? 追っかけられて逃げてきたんです。Mario-san, やっつけちゃってください. I was being chased and ran away. Mr. Mario, please beat up the monsters. Please do something is obviously a lot more vague than please beat them up, which makes me wonder if there were policies at Nintendo America about how violent the dialogue could be. He continues. Perhaps I can help. Unlikely. Do you know about timed hits? ちなみに、アクションコマンドってご存知? ちなみに also means by the way. Then we have action command in katakana. Te is a contraction of toite. It's a quotation, to say. Toite is kind of like saying, the thing called this. And gozonji means knowing or acquaintance. ちなみに action command ってご存知? By the way, do you know about action commands? Our options are 教えて or 知ってる. 教える means to teach. This te form is a request. Like when we saw te kudasai earlier, it means please do this. This is still a request, but without the kudasai at the end, it's not as polite. Teach me! 教えて. 知ってる comes from 知る, to know. But to say you currently know about something, you need to conjugate it as the present progressive 知っている. 知る would be like saying, I will know it in the future. Toad omitted the e because it's shorter and you do that sometimes. Do you know about timed hits? No. Yes. Instead of making it read like dialogue, like in the Japanese, the English is a little more, menu-y. Hey, you'd better watch out. He knows about timed hits. Oi. Mario-san wa action commandoを知ってるんだぞ. Oi means hey. It's just like, hey! That is the simple form of desu, which is used in colloquial speech. Usually, you just drop the desu and have nothing. Adding the da too much can sound a little bit pushy, but you can be a bit pushy when you're talking to an enemy. Zo adds even more force to the sentence. Oi! Mario-san wa action commandoを知ってるんだぞ. Hey! Mr. Mario knows about action commands. Yet again, this follows the trend of embellishing and elaborating what is already there, instead of really changing it. And in both versions, Toad is kind of a jerk, taunting the opponent when he got chased here because he was so frightened. Thanks, Toad. He's gonna punch your lights out! So we can say that and not talk about beating them up. Whatever. お前なんか、あっという間にノックアウトだぞ. お前 means you. It's a kinda rude way to talk about someone. Nanka means things like. You can tell that the way he's using it is derogatory. Things like you, omae nanka. Attoyuma is literally the time it takes to say ah. Toyu is our verbal quotation mark, and ma is space, but it can also refer to a chunk of time. So yeah, the time it takes to say ah. Attoyuma. Ni usually marks a destination, but can also be used to designate specific times, like here. Nokku-auto is knockout, kind of like, I will knock you all down, but in better English. お前なんか、あっという間にノックアウトだぞ. He'll knock you out before you can say ah. The lines are so different, but so similar at the same time. He never says punch or talks about lights or anything, but it's totally the same line. They are definitely talking about the same thing. It's the same idea. It's remarkable. It's rulesy. He's got more bark than bite, huh? あいつ、案外弱虫ですね. Aitsu means that guy, referring to someone who is away from the speaker, Toad, and the listener, Mario. It's the Goomba. There are ko and so versions of this as well, soitsu, koitsu. Angai means unexpectedly or surprisingly, and yowamushi means coward or weakling. That Goomba was probably both. あいつ、案外弱虫ですね. That guy was surprisingly cowardly. Huh. Yet again, the Japanese script says nothing about barking or biting, but the English phrase matches up with the Japanese meaning so well, and it feels very natural. This is the mark of a great localization. Now, why did I rush back? I had something to tell you. ところで、僕はなんで急いでたんだっけ? Oh dear, Kinopio, you are so forgetful. That's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching. Consider leaving a like or subscribing to see more videos like this. If you have questions or comments, don't hesitate to comment below or send us a tweet or reach out to us on Facebook. Also, we've posted a vocab list from this episode on gamegrammar.com for you to use. Finally, an extra thanks to our patrons over at patreon.com/gamegrammar. They help support the show by making it so we can afford games and food. So thanks to Danny Warman, Keaton, Adam Lowinger, Chris Jones, Alvaro Navarro, Shonen Bat, The Old Sparrow, Brendan Heisler, Adam J. Blodgett, and the rest. Study hard, and until next time, mata ne. He'll knock you out before you can zig-a-zig-ah!